What's good, y'all? Rich Sosa coming back at y'all with another banger. And as y'all can see by the looks of the title and the screen, another rare build. And today, I am going to be bringing y'all the best point center in NBA 2K21. As you can see, we will be getting the Rim Protector Takeover, but look at that name, y'all. I love this rare build. One of my favorite. I love the fact that we still can make this build super rare. You will never, and honestly, you probably will never even see this build at all. But you will today. So before we get into the making, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new to the Rich Gang family, as well as any new supporters. Be sure to turn on post notices so y'all can see when I upload every single day. Now let's go ahead and get into the making of this rare point center. So of course, if you were thinking, you are right, we are going to be making this out of the center position, y'all. Some of these are going to be optional. So again, when it comes to your height, weight, and wingspan, really go based off what you like. I'm just going to give y'all the basics and show y'all what I found best in my opinion. So first, what we want to go ahead and do is put this build to 6'9". When it comes to your weight, it really comes down to how you want to do and go about your strength. In my opinion, I feel like I'm going to be fine with 215, so that's what I'm going to go with. And then when it comes to the wingspan, you could go with 7'5", 7'6", or even 7'7". I'm going to go with 7'6", and when it comes to the body shape, I feel like Bill and Burley are going to be my favorite for this build, so go ahead and pick between those. Now, let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of this actual build. So again, when it comes to doing this, follow me exactly as I am showing y'all. Each and every stat is exactly how it is for a specific reason. First, when it comes to the finishing, go ahead and put your close shot to a 47. Driving layup is going to be a 70. Same thing with your driving dunk. And when it comes to your standing dunk, this is going to go up to a 69. And when it comes to your post control, this is actually going to go up to a 71, or you could put it up to a 70. It really just comes down to how many badges you want to maintain on it. But again, if you change anything about this build, you're going to change up the build name, and that is something that we don't want. Now, when it comes to the shooting, mid-range shot is going to be a 71. When it comes to the three-pointer, you have to keep it at a 69 or else you change up the build name. Now, when it comes to the free throw, the good thing about this build is that we are going to be able to use this in any game mode. So go ahead and max this out at 91. If you go anything higher, it does not change the badge setup, so it's going to give you 10 badges right there. Now, when it comes to the playmaking, you have to put your pass accuracy to a 78. Ball handle will be a 71, so that is really clutch. And when it comes to the speed with the ball, this is going to be a 72, y'all. So let's go ahead and get into the defense now. As you can see, when it comes to the interior, this is going to be an 82. When it comes to your perimeter, this is going to be a 79. When it comes to the steal, you want to go ahead and put this exactly to a 55. And when it comes to the block, we're actually going to be able to put this pretty high at 85. And then when it comes to the rebounding side of things, you want to go ahead and put your defensive rebound all the way up to a 90. And that's going to bring up your offensive to a 65. And that's going to give us another 16 badges just to match with the playmaking, y'all. So again, that is really clutch in my opinion, and we haven't even gotten to the physicals. But again, any one of these stats can be adjusted based on your preference, especially when it comes to the physicals. If you want to hit certain numbers on certain stats, go ahead and feel free to adjust it. As you can see I am doing here, you can change this build to where you get 17 badges as well. You have to change a couple different things, but go ahead and copy it just like I am showing y'all right here. Now, let's go ahead and get into the physicals. So what you want to go ahead and do is max out your speed, max out your acceleration as well. put the strength to a 62. Vertical is going to be maxed out at 86, and we are going to have a 63 stamina, y'all. So again, if you want to, you could go ahead and put it down, or you could put these stats in other areas. It really comes down to what you want to do, but in my opinion, as long as you feel comfortable and like the stats, go ahead and run with what you like. Now, when it comes to these takeovers, I'm telling you, this build is definitely going to be something unique. So as you can see, we do get the playmaking, but we also get both the lockdown as well as the rim protector takeover, y'all. Last but not least, we also get the glass cleaning. 3 defensive takeovers, y'all. Straight clutch when it comes to this build. The first one, in my opinion, is definitely going to be even more clutch because you are going to be picking a playmaking takeover. That is something that is really rare to get on certain builds, and this is just going to help out our teammates even more. So the first one that I'm going to go ahead and pick is honestly going to be team ratings boost. The second one that I'm going to go with is honestly going to be stuff blocks. Now, as y'all can see, we have made the point center, y'all. So let's go ahead and check out what this build is gonna look like once we grind it out to 99, as well as getting that gym rat badge. So first, we are going to be focusing on the physicals. Speed as well as our acceleration are going to be in the 80s. Strength is going to hit 70, so that's perfect. Vertical is going to be in the high 90s, and when it comes to the stamina, this is going to be 70. So honestly, really clutch and solid on the physical side. Now let's go ahead and check out the defensive rebound. With boost as well as grinding this build out, you will get a 99 defensive rebound. When it comes to the block, this is going to be high 90s, and then both our interior as well as our perimeter defense are going to be in the 80s. Now, when it comes to the playmaking, this is going to be in the high 70s. Shooting is going to be in the high 70s as well. And when it comes to the mid-range as well as our finishing and all that, these are all going to be in the high 70s, y'all. So again, with this rare build, you definitely have to consider a couple things. You're taking risk on certain stats, but you do get the cool build name. And again, this is honestly the best version possible, and you are honestly still going to be effective in all areas of the floor. When it comes to the finishing badge, the one that I would highly recommend, which is going to help with the takeover, is going to be Heat Seeker. From there, I'm going to put on Lob City Finisher just so we can catch alley-oop still. Now, let's go ahead and get into the shooting. We got 10 badges to work with. So what I'm going to go ahead and throw on right here is going to be Hot Shot, but honestly, Hot Zone Hunter is going to be the much better badge to put on. In my opinion, as far as when it comes to the shooting badges, as long as you feel comfortable with the badge setup that you are running, you're going to be perfectly fine. So again, in my opinion, I'm going to go ahead and run catch and shoot on silver. From here, I'm also going to throw on corner specialist. You could either upgrade both of these badges and put on clutch shooter, or you could really change up the preference and take off a couple of different tiers of these badges and try to add some extra wealth in other areas like hot shot. Again, this is just another way of going about it. I'm just trying to show y'all some ways. Now, let's go ahead and get into the playmaking. So first, as you can see, we are going to be throwing on quick first step on Hall of Fame. And with the last 12, in my opinion, I feel like it's going to be best to definitely run handles for days. But again, special delivery is one that is going to be much better to run over that, as well as Space Creator if you're looking to break ankles with this build. I know I am. Now with the last badge, again, you could go with handles for days, or you could even go with downhill. There are a couple different badges that you could put on. It really comes down to your preference. Now let's go ahead and get into the defense. Right here, we have 17 badges to work with. So the first one that I'm going to throw on is going to be Intimidator as well as Rim Protector. Now, we get Rim Protector on Hall of Fame, so that's something that I really like. When it comes to Chase Down Artists, put this on bronze and then go ahead and put on Clamps on gold. With the last 6, it really comes down to what you want to do. But again, I'm going to go ahead and leave that up to y'all. As long as you feel comfortable with the defensive set of badges that you have on, you're definitely going to be okay. But in my opinion, I feel like you should definitely run ankle braces if you're going to be playing a lot of on-ball defense. Especially with this kind of rare build, you're going to be able to be very versatile with being in a smaller height, especially at center. Now, let's go ahead and check out the final badge setup. We are going to be ending up with 4, 10, 16, and 17, y'all. Thank y'all for watching this entire video through, as well as having me a part of y'all day. Just just know that I'm so thankful, so grateful, and just so blessed to be in this position, man. I thank y'all, I love y'all, and just know that I'm going to continue to do this every single day. But man, y'all already know what y'all need to do. Be sure to hit that sub button if you're new to the Rich Gang family, as well as any new supporters. Be sure to run up those likes. Go ahead and share this banger with your family and friends, and be sure to turn on post notice so y'all can see when I upload every single day. Man, with all that being said, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.